In Sanskritam, phonetics is very important. It is known as Shiksha Shastram. It comes first among the six limbs or six disciplines which are auxiliary to the study of Veda. Because of the nature of the teaching tradition, which is known as Karna Parampara, that is, the language is orally passed down. So, it is very important to be aware of how the sounds are produced by the organ of speech before studying any other discipline. Now, an understanding of the points of articulation or the places of articulation will help in pronouncing correctly, which in turn will be helpful in conveying the intended meaning perfectly. So, what are these points of articulation? What are the sounds produced from each point? What are the vowels and classes of consonants which are sounded from each of these points? Let us study this. Firstly, the points of articulation are six. One is kantaha, the throat, which is sometimes also mentioned as the glottis, at the base of the tongue. That is the first point of articulation, kantaha. And then the second point is talu, that is the palate, just behind the teeth on the roof. And the third place of articulation is murdha, murdha, the roof of the mouth, directly below the head. Some people mention it as the cerebrum. Then the fourth place of articulation is dantaha, the teeth, meaning the area which is very close to the teeth. Or in other words, the teeth are slightly opened or closed while pronouncing some sounds. Then the fifth place of articulation is oshtau, the lips. The upper lip and the lower lip are either closed or opened slightly, which changes the sound. The sixth is nasika, the nose. The nasal area is involved in producing the sound. Now let's look at these in some detail. So the sounds which are produced from the throat are known as kantyaha, the gutturals. So the letter sounds which are produced from the throat are the vowels a, ah, a, ah. See, the effort of a is tight over here. Both the short vowel a and its long form ah, and then the grouped consonants ka, kh, g, gh, ng. The ka varga, I repeat, ka, kh, g, gh, ng. Then you have what is known as the visargaha, the two dots which are placed after any vowel, known as the ayogavahaha. So that visargaha also has its place from the throat. As I had mentioned earlier about the visargaha, it is a dependent sound. It will always be preceded by any of the vowels. And as I had mentioned earlier, it is pronounced as H in house, house. And this is a dependent sound. Then we have the ungrouped consonant h. ungrouped consonant or avargiya vyanjana, h. See, a note here is you focus and observe while pronouncing a particular class of consonants. That is, when you start sounding k and continue, as in this varga which I just now pronounced, k, k, g, gh, ng. When you start the sound k and then you continue, you will notice that the sounding point of contact will move gradually from the front, the center of the mouth, and then it will recede towards the base of the tongue, and then finishing off with the nasal touch. That is, the fifth consonant will have both the nasal touch and the throat. Ng, say the fifth consonant, ng. You will be using the throat as well as the nasal air a little bit. So, and the thing is, this will be the same for every class of syllables. From where you start, observe all the 5 will be in one same plane. So the gutturals are a, visargaha, that is aha, then ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, and then ha. So these are the gutturals, sounds produced from the throat, finishing off with a nasal touch. Then the second set of sounds are known as the palatals, talu. They are produced from the palate, talu. Palatals, also known as talavyaha. The sounds produced from the hard palate at the roof of the mouth. Sometimes the middle of the tongue arches upwards towards the palate. So the palatal sounds are really not made with the tip of the tongue. As they are done in English language. So for this, the tongue is slightly placed upwards, and then from there it recedes towards the base of the tongue. So what are these sounds? They are the vowels e, short vowel e, and e, long vowel. Then the grouped consonants, which are cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Then the ungrouped consonant ya, sha, ya, sha, sha as in Shankara. Then you have the cerebrals, sounds produced from the roof of the mouth, known as the murdha. So what are the syllables in this? The two vowels, swara, it's basically one vowel. It's a short form and long form. That is r, as in rishi, rishika. And then the grouped consonants, which are t as in toy, t, th, d, dh, n, t, th, d, dh, n. And the ungrouped consonants, which are r as in rati and sh as in shanmukha. R as in rati and sh as in shanmukha. What you have to note here is that these sounds originate at the roof of the mouth directly below the head, with the tongue slightly bending backwards and touching the roof. So the cerebrals are R, R as in Rishi, T, Th, D, Dh, N, and then R, Sh. Then the fourth point of articulation is the dental area. Dantaha. Dantaha. The dentals. These are sounds produced from the back of the upper front teeth. Back of the upper front teeth. That is the area which is very close to the teeth. The syllables that are sounded from here are L, L. This is one swara in Sanskritam which is similar to the R, but this is so exclusive to Sanskritam. It is written and in appearance looking like R, but this is L. And then you have the grouped consonants which are T, Th, D, Dh, N. T, Th, D, Dh, N. Then the ungrouped consonants are L as in laddu, lemon, L. And then S, S at the tip of the tongue as in sister, S. So the syllables in this class are L, T, Th, D, Dh, N, L, S. Then we have the labials. The fifth set is known as the labials, also known as Oshtyaha. The upper and lower lip are the place for these sounds. These are sounds produced using the lips. That is, there is no action by the tongue. So the syllables in this class are the vowels U, U, the short vowel U, and its longer version U, U, U. Then the grouped consonants P, P, B, B, M. P, P, B, B, M. So, what are the labials? The labials are U, U, P, P, B, B, M. Then we have sound produced from the nose. There is one which typically has this point of articulation, that is only the nasal sound used is for what is known as anuswaraha. Anuswaraha is represented by a dot on any swara, that is above the syllable there will be one dot. This is known as ayogavahaha. This is the only one which has the nose for its point of articulation. As you say, you close the mouth and some air comes out of the nose, because only the nose is the point of articulation. So the difference between this and m, the fifth consonant that you pronounce p, p, b, bh, m, in that m has both the place of the lips as well as some nasalization. So this anuswaraha is different from that. You use only the nasalization for this. So the sound produced from the nose is mm. Like this, we have 6 types of sounds. There are few in which 2 points are used for pronouncing. Kanthatalu, the throat and the palate. These are known as gutturopalatals. There are 2 of them in this. You have A as in agent, A as in agent, and then I as in idol, I as in idol. And then you have kantoshtham. The throat and the lips are used to produce this sound. It is known as gutturolabials. So the sounds here are O, O as in Ola, O, and then Ow, Ow as in owl. Then you have Dantoshtham, wherein the teeth and the lips both are involved. So the dentolabials, it is known as dentolabial. Here you have one syllable which is V, V as in violin. V is the only sound produced using both teeth and lips. See, a point to note here is the 5th letter which falls in each class of consonant has its own place, that is its own place of the throat or the palate or the roof of the mouth or the teeth or lips, and it is nasalized. So I will pronounce only that 5th syllable of each class. Ng, y, n, n, m. Okay, yamanganam. That's how it is typically said. Yamanganam. That's how we pronounce it. So these are having both their own place and they are slightly nasalized.